narrative that is really being pushed by India and has been pushed right across North America and indeed here in Europe, is it's this victim mentality of Hindus or of the Hindu government, in that the narrative that they are trying to portray is that the Sikh Khalistanis are a bunch of terrorists, and we are the victims. We are the poor victims of this. Now, actually, and again, I'm going to chuckle once more, because actually this narrative, it plays well to your audience back home. It plays well to the gallery back in India. Of course, the Godi media feed this narrative back to their pet demographic in India, saying, "Oh, look, we're being victimized by these wretched Khalistani terrorists." Okay, fine, but it's actually not. It's not India that you need to convince. It's people overseas that you need to convince. And now India, particularly the Indian government, is losing credibility. Every month that passes, every year that passes, they're pushing this narrative. The West are wise to it now. Even the Western media are starting to get wise to this, is that they're crying wolf too often. And where is the evidence? Where is the evidence that Hindus are actually being physically attacked, that they are genuinely under threat, that these Khalistani terrorists are indeed actually not just terrorists, but are in fact violent? We don't see any Khalistani violence. Instead, we see these protests and we see these the huge turnouts at the referendum. They're always peaceful. The protests, without one exception I can remember, and idiots who fell for the provocation where they were swinging their Khalistani flags. But apart from that one slip up, which again was testosterone driven and totally understandable, but anyway, apart from that one slip up, is that all the protests, all the referendum turnouts, they've all been happy, peaceful, enthusiastic, very positive events. This is what is portrayed to the West. This is what the Western public see. And they're weighing up. So let's look at the balance of evidence here. On the one hand, we have these peaceful Khalistani demonstrations and protests and referenda, etc. And on the other hand, we have actually the killing of Hardeep Singh Nijjar. We have the Gurpatwant Singh Pannu potential assassination. We have this constant, actual, genuine evidence of India's terrorism, actual terrorism. We even have the Canadian government, we have CSIS actually publicly commenting about Indian terror. We have even the FBI, we have the US law enforcement commenting and indeed investigating India state-backed terror. So that's the reality of it. So the Indian diplomats can bleat all they want. They can come out with silly statements like this. But unfortunately, all they're doing for them, and again, fortunate for the whole Khalistan movement, is that they're looking a bit silly now.